This is Merv Griffin on the French Riviera in the city of Cannes for the annual Cannes Film Festival, where the elite from all over the world in the motion picture business gather to meet each year and to criticize each other's films, to praise them, to gawk at the movie stars, and to sell motion pictures. Here's where it all happens each night, the Palais du Festival. That's where the motion pictures are shown. I've been here for a week as a guest of Warner Brothers. They've flown over several hundred members of the American press in celebration of their 50th year of making great motion pictures. So we're most appreciative to the Warner Brothers company for bringing us here and providing us with some of the people, the stars you're going to meet. The Mediterranean is on this side. We're about to pass the Carlton Hotel here in Cannes, and there's where they all gather. It's an extraordinary festival. I promise you a fantastic show. So stay with us and see Cannes, see the stars, and gawk along with us. It must be terribly pleasant work for you, Miss Bergman. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Well, I enjoy it.
And refreshed.
Oh, I am surprised. But anyway, it must be something that agrees with me, because I get up early in the morning and I start doing radio, television, and interviews for all of Europe and America and Japan and what have you. Then we have 2 pictures a day to see. That belongs to our job as part of the jury.
And then more dinner parties at night and more movies at night. And yes. I'm going to ask you the big question.
Yes?
Why?
Why? Oh,
why did your official title is chairman of the jury?
No, president of the jury.
President of the jury.
I'm president of the jury. Now, I don't know if that is just to pay homage or something like that. I don't think it is much different being a president than it is to being part of the jury. I don't know. Maybe we'll see at the end. But why I do it is because I had nothing better to do, you see, and they've asked me for 15 years, and I say, why not? It's fun. I am very happy to be here.
And in the streets, you hear constantly that this year's Cannes Film Festival has a sense of importance because of Ingrid Bergman that no other one had. So, see, that is very good.
How wonderful.
And
well, I didn't know that.
I would think that right now films need the prestige that they haven't had for a few years.
Well, you know, there are about 400 movies here right now, and 11 cinemas that are showing these movies from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock at night or something like that. Of course, I don't have to see those. I only see the ones that are in the competition. And there are 1,500 newspaper people.
Good.
So, I mean, it is really bedlam.
And they're all trying to get to you, or at least get one picture for the hometown Gazette. I know you can't comment specifically on anything you've seen, but in a general kind of comment about the kind of pictures.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you.
Are any of them anywhere near as good as the wonderful pictures you made in America?
Yes, of course.
It's
a different type. It's a different type of movies, but there are some of them also like that. If you call them old-fashioned today, that means they have a story. We start A, B, C, D, and we go or one first and second, third act. And then there are the modern pictures. I think that the committee that has chosen the movies have chosen very interesting, because they're every time. I'm going now, for instance, at 3 o'clock to see a picture, and it will be, I know, completely different from what I'm going to see tonight. They have chosen what is the movie industry doing 72 and 73.
Right.
So they are all very different, and it's very interesting.
And the stars, Miss Bergman?
Well, they come and go. They come with their movies. They're photographed, and then the following day they usually get away. And of course, I'm here all the time.
Have you seen any in any of the films? I'm not going to ask you to name names.
Yes.
Great style, or memorable performances, or faces. This may be a star knocking at our door right now.
No, what did you mean if I've seen them
I see
here?
Right. I see something strange here. I've interviewed a great many of the stars whose pictures are playing here.
I know.
And they're wonderful. But I see a different aura about them. I see them in faded Levi's, and
yes.
And I don't see clamoring in the streets just for a glimpse of them. I wonder if all of that has changed.
Well, they always try to knock the star system, don't they? I mean, it's been talked so much about, and they say in the old days with the stars, and we don't want stars anymore. And I think that very many people regret it, you know. They really like the old stars that they could come and watch, and they went to see what they did, even if the movie wasn't so good, but they had such a tremendous love for their different stars. And I think that's gone a little bit, because now it is the director, and I think rightly so, that it is the director and the movie, but you only become a star, I think, if you are a good actor. So I don't know why they're always talking about that they don't want any stars.
And they're such fun to see and fun to watch. Everybody's been interviewing you, haven't they, Ms. Bergman?
Yes.
Is there one kind of questioning that you seem to recognize throughout? Do any of them ask you the same question every time? Is there one question that's more prominent than another?
Well, I don't know. It's almost always the same question. Sometimes there is a different one, just like the one you gave me now. What question is it that I hear the most?
Well, from Americans, I would think they're all saying, are you coming back to America? Will you be doing something?
No, but I have been back to America. I was back a year ago.
I know, but it's something else on Broadway.
Yes, no, it isn't that. I'll tell you what it is, which is very difficult to answer. They ask me, how come I look so young?
I really said that when you sat down.
I don't know if it will show on your television screen, but I suppose that God has been very good to me, and He has let me cheat a couple of years.
And you must
because
be very
this is what everybody says, and I don't know what it says.
You do. You look extremely young. But you must be a very happy and contented woman inside, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Is that desire there to be making pictures, constantly making
appearances? I'm not making any pictures. I haven't.
But is the desire there?
Oh, a desire to work, yes. I've always had that, and I always will. It isn't that I intend to retire. I mean, many actresses do when their career as a movie actress is over. But all my life, I have kept the stage. If you look back 30 years, I was still always 1 foot in the stage door, you see. I was on the stage on Broadway, and then I made a movie, then back on the stage, and then another movie or two. And I did the same thing when I went to Europe. In Italy, I did the same thing. I went back on the stage. And now, of course, I have been doing mostly stage work lately. And I'm going back again in September on the stage again.
To New York?
No, in London.
In London?
Yes.
But your home is in Paris?
Well, I have one home in Paris and one home in London and another one in Italy.
Where are you happiest now, Ms. Bergman?
Well, I'm happy everywhere. I'm a very happy person.
I know you are.
I'm such a lucky person.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. I think there must have been some very nice fairy mother, godmother.
Who's watched over?
No, it would be monstrous if I would say that I've always been happy, because that isn't true. Every human being goes through ups and downs. Otherwise, we wouldn't understand other people, would we? So that's why I say that right now I'm very happy.
What shocks you, Miss Bergman? Anything?
Cruelty. Cruelty and violence. And man's inhumanity. That shocks me.
Do you look back fondly with your life in California, Ms. Bergman?
Yes, I do. I spent 10 years there, and it was very interesting because of the fortunate pictures I made. I'm so happy because they last even today, as you know. You have them on the screen on television.
Every night. Every night I can see Ingrid Bergman.
No, not every
night,
I can. Every week.
And I mostly can see you every night with Humphrey Bogart and in Casablanca. And I'll bet I've seen it 30 times. And it's as fresh the 28th time, the 29th.
But it is an amazing movie. Everybody's crazy about it. And you know, it opened now in Paris a couple of months ago, because when it came out 30 years ago, because the picture is that old, they didn't like it politically. It was not appreciated, and it was taken off and has disappeared. Wasn't sold to television in Paris either. And now, this late, they opened the Casablanca in 5 theaters, and I was there, bowing with flowers. It was very funny to see a picture as if it was a new picture. And the French went crazy about it just like everybody else. It is an extraordinary picture.
And today, it really looks extraordinary. And it touches you. There are certain things, it touches you emotionally.
Love has disappeared. You see, in Casablanca, you look at Humphrey Bogart and you see that is love when he looks at me, or he puts his head down. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
It is so touching. That is what is touching and more moving, that it is discreetly done. And today, it's been so vulgarized and everything is so
Blatant.
ugly that we are insensitive to it.
I asked you a moment ago, what shocks Ingrid Bergman? What makes Ingrid Bergman happy?
Well, that's an awful lot of things. My family, my children, and being with my friends, and the extraordinary life that I have behind me that has taught me quite a lot about human beings, and that I can look forward in the future, hoping that I can still amuse people, either make them cry or laugh, and that I've been given a gift that lasts.
And is there a secret that you have, Miss Bergman, about how you've sustained your career and as an excellent actress and as an extraordinary woman?
Well, I am a hard worker. I mean, I suppose that is the base of it. I'm not afraid of doing something. I have quite a lot of courage, I suppose, to stick my neck out. And then I've been quoted in some interviews of saying that happiness is good health and bad memory. And I think it might be the truth.
I love it. I love it. Are many of the movie people here from Sweden?
Yes, they're coming. Tomorrow, Ingrid Bergman's Cries and Whispers is being shown, but it is out of competition. And he will be here with, I hope he comes, because he doesn't like to travel, and I think he's a little bit afraid of places like Cannes Film Festival. But we hope he's coming. And then all the actors that is in that movie will more or less be here.
I'd be curious to know if you've met Liv Ullmann yet.
Yes, I have met her, and it's very interesting. I follow her career like a mother, because she has a little bit of what I had when I came, you know, from a small country, thrown into a big city like Hollywood, which now has gobbled up Liv Ullmann. She's doing an awful lot of pictures, and she's working all the time. And I wish her a lot of luck.
Sweden's really made some extraordinary
She's
contributions.
Norwegian. She's Norwegian.
Oh, I thought she
No,
was...
she's not Swedish. She comes from
I shouldn't
Norway,
even
but
have
it's
asked.
Scandinavian.
Now, when you see these films, Miss Bergman, do you then mark a piece of paper? Do you write down A for excellent, or do you say 100% for... How do you judge these films?
No, I remember what I've seen. And then also, you know, we get every day what the story is about. And then we have a meeting every... after we've seen about 8 movies, we have a meeting. And as a matter of fact, we have a meeting this afternoon. And then we eliminate some of the movies. And so that at the end, we'll only have what we consider the top. So we don't have to remember from the very first day to the last.
And there will be a winner.
There certainly will be a winner.
Of course, it wouldn't be fair to ask any questions right now. I know I must let you go because you have a picture, and they do not wait here.
They're very punctual, yes. You wouldn't believe it from the French, but they're very punctual, at least at the festival.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Bergman.
Thank you.
You've given us the glamour I wanted to see here in Cannes, and it's always nice to see you again. I hope we'll see you in person again in the United States.
Yes, I might bring that new play over.
Ah, well, we would love that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this message.